Hi Mini Makers, welcome back to my channel. This week we're going to be doing a live make so I can show you how to make the Jack Skellington Halloween lights. So, on our ping pong balls, I've drawn lots of different faces of Jack Skellington onto them in pencil. So what I'm going to do next is draw them on with black Sharpie so that they're just a little bit more stand out and they look really great. And also you can find a lot of sources online of pictures of Jack doing different poses and with different emotions on his face, so if you want you can always copy those like I did. So this is going to be the one ping pong ball that I'm showing you how to do on camera. The rest I'm going to do off camera because otherwise it's going to take absolutely ages. Everyone's going to get really bored. But I'm just going to be showing you this one because it's nice and simple and you can just get kind of the basic way of doing it if you want to. So I think this is actually going to be quite difficult since they're circular, but I'm just going to try my best. And if this wanders out of shot a little bit, I'm sorry. Also for this part, you're going to need a fine line Sharpie, not a thick ones like these. So I think I'm just going to do like the main outline of it and be really careful not to smudge it as well. I don't know whether it will smudge, hopefully it won't, but you know. I've had pens before where in my school book it's accidentally smudged and I thought it was just like a biro, and it's really annoying because I really like that pen. And now we need to do the nose. Perfect. I think I should do an outline of the eye now, just so I can fill it in with the thick one and I won't have the risk of going out of the lines too much. And also, the eyes may look uneven, they are supposed to be like that. I'm not just a really bad drawer. I am a really bad drawer, but that is supposed to look like that. There we go, that is like the main outline of it and I think it looks pretty good. So now I'm going to use this thick marker to colour in the eyes to make them look black and hollow like a skeleton. It's one down, one to go. That looks so good. So that's one down, 11 to go. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so we kind of did a little bit of an oopsie because I realised now that I have 20 lights and only 12 ping pong balls. So I've decided to do each one as every 3. So if there are 3 lights, there's going to be one that has a ping pong ball on it, and we're going to save the rest to make into Christmas decorations and Halloween decorations because to my parents it's Halloween all year round. So these are the finished 7 and they look really good, and I just want to give you a little bit of advice that don't press too hard because they will feather, especially with the fine liner. The pen will feather and it will look really, really, really weird. So just don't press too hard, kind of press lightly, and if it looks a little bit dodgy, go over it like we did. So now one of our last steps is to unbox these lights and measure how wide and how long each, or rather how wide each light bulb is, so that we know how wide to make the hole. And if you want, you can put the hole at the top or behind. So if it's behind, it's just gonna like stick out, and if it's on top, it's gonna dangle. So we're gonna do it on top, I think. I think that would suit us better. But if you think it would look better sticking out, then, you know, you do you. So the things you need for this is obviously the box of lights and some calipers. If you don't have these, you can just use a ruler. It won't be as accurate, but I understand that everyone doesn't have calipers. So this is, these are the lights. They're just normal lights. I don't really know what to say about them, but I guess we just got to unwrap them and lay them out. So we want to make sure that these lights work before we go sticking things onto them. If they don't work, then we have a problem because we only have one pack, but I'm sure they'll work fine. So for this we need AA batteries, and of course we have a red 3D printed box for them. Okay, so I'm going to take 2 and just so if you do have these electronic calipers, then and you happen to not know how to work them, all you have to do is just hold this part, push up, open it up plenty, find a random bulb, doesn't matter which. So obviously you can see that's way too much. Then you push it down, get it at the widest part. I'm just trying to make sure that it's not like too tight. I've done it too tight now. Okay, so I think we're going to make a hole 5mm. We've drilled all the holes now, but we did that off camera because we ended up not being able to use this drill, the 5mm drill, because it just wouldn't go through because it's quite blunt, and the smaller it gets, kind of the sharper the drill gets. So we ended up using a 2mm drill and then opening up even more by a 3mm drill, and then my dad used the scalpel, which is obviously extremely sharp, to open up the hole more to make sure that it was 5mm. So now what I'm going to do is just show you how we're putting it on, because we're putting it on in the top, and we're just going to pop this in, and it fits like perfectly. It doesn't come off that easily. We're going to just put a little bit of glue around the top, and hopefully it will look great and it will stick well together. So now we've glued them all on. They've been super glued, they've been sprayed with some sort of other glue that activates it because it took so long to dry, and I think it must have just been the material that the ping pong balls are, but they just did not want to stick. But anyway, they look really good, but hopefully they'll look even better when we light them up. So let's see the big reveal. It looks really good. kind of unfortunate that the pound shop didn't have some bright white lights instead of the yellow lights. Oh, the warm white, I just call them yellow. But, because obviously Jack Skellington's a skeleton and he's white. But it looks really good and I'm really happy with how it is. And don't forget to like, subscribe and ring that notification bell, because next week we've got some great Halloween stuff planned. So don't forget to stay tuned, and remember, we upload new videos every weekend. Bye, Mini Makers!